In this video, we'll walk through the calculation of the probability of a rate hike in the Fed funds rate, and then we'll look at the probability of a rate cut. So let's say in our first scenario, the Fed funds futures price is 95.4. The current target range is 4.25% to 4.5%. Now, we'll calculate the probability of a 25 basis point hike in the Fed funds rate at the next monetary policy meeting. The first thing we'll do is to calculate the effective Fed funds rate that is implied in the Fed funds futures price. So the Fed funds futures price is 100 minus the effective Fed funds rate. And substituting the price, 95.4, we'll get an effective Fed funds rate of 4.6. So this is implied in the price, and that reflects market's expectation about the Fed funds rate. Next, we'll calculate the current Fed funds rate, so which is the midpoint of the current target range. So when you take 4.25% plus 4.5% over 2, so that gives us 4.375%. Then using the formula for the probability of a rate hike, which is based on a uniform distribution, okay, we will substitute the numbers that we have obtained. Okay, so we have the effective Fed funds rate, 4.6%. Okay, we minus the current Fed funds rate, which is 4.375%. Now for the denominator, if you look at the first item here, is Fed funds rate after the hike, which is 25 basis point for the question. So I purposely put it in such a way that you can see it's 4.375% plus 0.25%. Then I minus the current Fed funds rate. So of course, the 4.375% offsets in the denominator. Okay, and we are actually left with just 0.25%. So in fact, the formula could have been simplified in the curriculum. So you just have to substitute the change directly into the denominator the next time you do it. Okay, and the numerator is 0.225%. So that is the sort of like the expected change in the Fed funds rate, okay, based on the implied Fed funds rate. Okay, so that is implied from the market. And 0.225% over 0.25% is 0.9 or 90%. Now, what if there is, let's say we're looking for a 25 basis point cut and the Fed funds futures price is 95.67. So now we're going to repeat the same process. Okay, we'll get the effective Fed funds rate implied in the futures price. So that's 95.67 for the futures price. And that gives us an effective Fed funds rate of 4.33%. And substituting the numbers in, okay, we'll take 4.33% minus 0.4375%, and the denominator will be negative 0.25%. So while we are looking for, we are trying to calculate the probability of a 25 basis point rate cut, but the market is only factoring in a 4.5 basis point cut. Okay, and that's equals to 0.18 or 18%.